Tommy, thanks for joining us ahead of the League Two playoff final. How much are you looking forward to the game and the whole occasion?
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm just excited. I think as soon as we found out, we had a good night out after, and then all focused on the game now. So everyone's really excited and looking forward to it.
Have you allowed yourself to dream, or are you fully focused on the task at hand?
Nah, fully focused on the task at hand. I think you've got to be. You can't look too far ahead of what could happen or what is going to happen. I think you just got to live in the moment and just enjoy the process.
For your first time to play at Wembley, how long has that been an ambition of yours?
Yeah, I think growing up as a football fan, seeing England play at Wembley, seeing the FA Cup final the other week, I think you just want to play at Wembley, you know what I mean? And especially playing for England as well, that's an ambition of mine to go up through the ranks and play for the seniors there. So yeah, to get a little taste of it beforehand, I think it's really beneficial and looking forward to it.
As a Walsall lad, what does it mean to have the chance to possibly play for your hometown club on such a big occasion?
Oh, massive! All my friends, family will be there in the crowd, and hopefully seeing all the Walsall fans there, in the large numbers. I think it'll be brilliant for the town, and for me on a personal note, just my mates always tell me, if you ever get to Wembley, it's going to be such a big thing and a historical moment. So hopefully we can win it and makes it a little bit more history.
You mentioned family and friends there. How many have been in contact with about tickets?
Oh, too many. I've probably got about 100 people going so far, but they're all really close family and friends and really supportive of me throughout my season, throughout my career. So even though it's only just started, so yeah, I don't mind.
Your first taste of the playoffs was that playoff semi-final success over Chesterfield. What were those two games like to play in?
Yeah, it was really good. The atmosphere is a lot different to the league atmosphere, I thought. Just both set of fans there wasn't a dull moment in the game. It was like a basketball game, backwards and forwards. And I think in the first leg, I thought I made a few good saves and kept the boys in it. And then obviously we got the job done there, 2-0. So and then when they come to our place, it was a completely different game. We had a bit of defending to do, but we took our chances when needed, and that's how we get to the final. So yeah, I thought the lads done really well, and I thought I played well over the two legs.
You mentioned there that you pulled off quite a few big saves, in particular first leg. How rewarding did that feel?
Felt massive. I thought it was big moments in the games. It was under a bit of pressure, and just keep the lads in it. I thought they've helped me out so much this season. On and off the pitch with the players in front of me. So for me to just repay them a little bit is massive. But it's a team effort. From the lads up front to the midfielders to the centre halves. They've got to get past them before it comes to me. So for me to just do my job and keep them in it is a good feeling. And the crowd give me a nice little reception after for it. So I really appreciate it.
Having worked so hard to achieve a place at Wembley, what were the celebrations like after the match?
After the first game, no celebrations. Because it was only half time. And obviously after the second game, I thought the atmosphere is brilliant. How the fans just come on the pitch. I know they shouldn't have, but how it all happened, it was brilliant. Got me on the shoulders and stuff. But we knew deep down that we still got a job to do.
Nathan Lowe was a pundit for the second leg, and I think you went over to him at full time. What was it like to share that moment with him?
Yeah, it was a special moment. I've got a really good relationship with Lowe. On and off the pitch. He's one of my best mates at the club. So to share that little moment with him and for Sky to capture it as well, it was a good moment for me and him, and we had a good little laugh about it after. But he's a brilliant player, and he deserves everything what he gets.
You've spoken before about the close bond you have with the goalkeeper union at Stoke City.
Yeah.
What sort of words of wisdom have they been passing on during the season and ahead of Monday's game?
Yeah, so obviously Frank he's been there and done it all. So throughout the playoffs he's been messaging me. We had a few phone calls, and he's been helping me. Because he's played in the playoffs before, so he knows what it's all about. And for me to take a little bit of experience off him, it's massive. And then from Jack and Viktor, I think they're in a little bit of a different stage to Frank in their career. So from a playing perspective, Viktor and Jack's just been telling me, it's just a normal game, keep your ice in the veins, fire in the belly sort of thing. But they've all been really beneficial for me, really helping me. And obviously with Daz as well, the goalie coach, he's been coming to the games and telling me how I've been getting on. So yeah, all the feedback's been really positive, and yeah, thank you to them for helping me out for this time.
As a young goalkeeper, how much do you value their support?
Oh, massively. It's not just throughout the playoffs either, it's all season. Viktor phoning me at 12 o'clock at night on the way back from a game, and he's always there for me. Jack giving me messages when I come out of the team, because he had a little spell at Carlisle when he was there where he come out, and for me to take that from him, from the experience what he's had, to help me, has been massive. And obviously Frankie, like I said, he's been there and done it all. So for him to give me the time of the day to give him a call and just be there for me, it's massive, and yeah, helped me a lot, and I really appreciate it.
It's your 5th loan away from Stoke City. What have you learned over the past few years, and what key learnings have you taken in particular from your time at Walsall this season?
I think every loan's been different. I think obviously going up through the levels, starting from Hanley Town, which was just out there to get a little bit of men's experience, that was brilliant for me at the time because I wanted to push to play for England, and I think it's just better than 18s football, just going out and playing men's football, getting the experience, and obviously working my way up to Walsall now. It's just important to just be reliable, it's just get a 7 out of 10 every week, just not be the vocal of everything, just have a steady game and just get through it. Obviously when you're called upon, you've got to make the big saves, but I think it's just, keep a quiet goal is the best way.
You're the youngest goalkeeper in the top 4 divisions to play 35 games or more this season. What does that mean to you, and what does it say about your levels of consistency?
Yeah, I didn't actually know that. So, yeah, I think it's good. It comes from the manager, and giving the trust and belief into me to play week in, week out, and obviously for me to put the performances to play. But yeah, obviously I'm really happy with that. I wanted to hit 50 games this year, which with the final I'd hit 50. So fingers crossed I get out on that pitch and get my 50th appearance for this club.
This season you've capped England's under-20s, you've been called up to the under-21s, you've signed a new contract at Stoke City, and now you've got the chance of possibly winning promotion at Wembley. How do you look back on the last 12 months?
Yeah, like you said, it's been brilliant. I think if you told me that at the start of the season, I would have snapped your hand off. I think captain England's unbelievable. Obviously I've done it with Nev, who's here now. That was a surreal moment and something I'm really proud of, and something what I want to do in the future. I want to be a leader for any club I play for. If it's, when I come back to Stoke, obviously seen Viktor with the armband this year when playing. I'd love to do that in the future. Obviously being called up to the 21s is a massive achievement, but I want to get on that plane for the Euros in the summer. And then, signing obviously a new deal at the club is brilliant, and I love the club so much, and what it's given me, not just in football, but on and off the pitch is massive. And I want to repay that to the club. And then obviously the playoff finals is going to be a good game, but to get that cherry on the top, we need to win it.